Let's take a look at our controllers. For this demo, I will be using the Oculus Quest 2 controllers, but your controllers may look slightly different in Gravity Sketch depending on what VR system you are using. That said, the overall button layout should be the same throughout. First, let's talk about some of the triggers and buttons we will be using, regardless of your system. Let's start with the triggers. All controllers will have a front trigger, which we will refer to in tutorials as either the front trigger or index trigger, since you will most likely use your index finger to use these triggers. These triggers are often used to create items, point and select, or click on objects. On the controller handle, there will be another trigger, or on some controllers, buttons you will squeeze with your hand. We will call these hand triggers or grab triggers, since we use these triggers to grab and move objects or grab and move our space. When you open Gravity Sketch, you will notice the right and left controllers will look a bit different from one another. The controller with the transparent sphere around the hands and colored button would be assigned to your drawing hand. You will use the functions of this controller to sketch objects, move objects, delete objects, and modify objects. The controller with the blue and purple buttons and the clock on the handle would be assigned to your non-drawing hand. You will use the functions of this controller to move around in space, activate settings menus, activate tools menus, and move around in history. We recommend setting up the controllers so that the drawing hand controller is assigned to the same hand you would draw and write with. By default, Gravity Sketch is set up for right-handed users. One way to quickly swap controllers for left-handed users is to bump the ends of the controllers together like this. We will be covering the various features and functions of each of the buttons and joysticks in the following tutorials.